Okay, hi Areeb. I have with me Areeb Nabi, CLLST classroom, span 21 students, South City, Gurgaon. So let's start with you, Areeb. How are you feeling? AIR 79, CLAT rank.
Yes, ma'am. It's definitely a good feeling, and I have prepared for it, so it just shows that hard work pays off. And I was hoping that it would come, and it has come. So it's a good feeling.
Okay, finally, I see you like, kind of like no chaos at all, finally settled and all. Now, tell me the whole journey because all our future lawyers are like, interested in the story, in the journey. How did you accomplish AIR 79 till this journey? What was your strategy?
Yeah.
What
So
did
so like any aspirant, I think in 11th was when I joined CL. And I also joined CL because I saw one of these interviews, right? And at that time, it was a person named Shikhar Agarwal who had gotten, I think, AR10 in both CLAT and ELIT. And he's at NLU Delhi now. And I knew of him. He was my senior. So I had talked to him and I had said, guide me. What should I do? And he told me two things. He said, you can join CL. It's a good coaching center and like prepare for 2 years and it'll give you a good head start. So it started 2 years ago. First in 11th, I really didn't do much. I think it was more about analyzing and assessing where we are and giving mocks and stuff like that. But I think like when the pattern changed, after that, after my 11th finals were over, I came and gave the new pattern for the first time. And from then, like from that 1 year, my like whole journey started of what I want to do.
Okay. AIR rank one, Malhar Bansal has been talking about the study guide. Now, that got us all really curious. Now, please elaborate. What was it? How did you make this? And, how disciplined you were?
I think for that, the most credit goes to Manar. He's being too humble when he says, I give credit to Rushil and Areeb. But that started because Manar and me are in the same class, right? We go to the same school. We are in the same class. And so first, Rushil contacted Manar, I think, about a GK doubt. And then Manar started asking him, how do you do GK? And even me and Manar were wondering how to do GK. And this was approximately back in September 2020, right? So how do we do GK? What is events? How do we do it? So
Hmm.
then they started with doing daily GK. So what we started with was that each day all of us would pick one event that comes in the news and we'll send like 5 questions about that event.
Mhm.
And later it materialized into we realized that wasn't really beneficial. So what later we did was we made this document and we have all the events covered from September till July and we made a list. And so we had all the pending lists there, and then everybody would be assigned an event. They would research on that event and come and basically ask questions. And most of the time, say if I did on Israel, I'll ask them questions, and obviously they didn't know, so they would just add it to their wherever in their notes or in their flashcards, and then they would know. And then later when we would revise, they would obviously know. So that's how it went. We had events, every person did it, and then like that's how I think we had in total about 200 events that we did,
Okay.
200
Okay.
250
Okay.
types. Yeah.
So, what was your take of CLAT 2021 GK? That was one section which stumbled a lot of people. So, what was your experience?
I think absolutely. Even I didn't score as well as I hope, as all of us hoped. I think Manar scored 25, I scored 19, Rushil scored something around 20, 21, right? And it was not expected because they asked events which weren't relevant, right? But in that same sense, like we shouldn't blame GK so much. Like I think a lot of these aspirants have a habit that, what did you ask? What is this event?
Hmm.
What you need to do and you need to realize is that like even last year they had asked static questions. So even when we were doing events, we had done static parts of it as well. So when we did Afghanistan, we just didn't do Afghanistan right now. We did
Mhm, mhm,
2001. What was the name of the operation when US intervened in Afghanistan and stuff like that.
mhm.
And secondly, you need to continue doing daily GK, and that like I think saved us. We just didn't do events. We read the Hindu newspaper daily, and from the aspiration account, we did Manthan daily. So we
Mhm.
made notes from that. So that also helped. Like something like World Water Day, and what was the theme of the World Water Day? We would have never come across it if we didn't
Yeah.
do daily GK. That's
Mhm.
why how we knew.
Okay. So basically, in GK section, you didn't have to read any passages at all. It was like you already knew it. So how much time did you take for the GK section?
So GK is the one I started with, and I think 8 minutes I spent on GK, and
What,
then I left.
okay. What was the strategy and what was your score? CLAT 2021.
So my strategy was basically I needed breaks in between reading sections. So I started with GK, then I went
Mhm,
to English, then I
mhm,
did one set of maths, Then I
Mhm.
went back to legal. Then I did two reasoning, and then
Mhm.
thankfully I had 4 minutes left at the end of my paper, so I could finish the last set of maths as well. So I scored like 10.75 in 10.5 or 9.5 in maths. So that was like, that's I think what helped me, and my score was 103.75 or 5. Yeah, I think that was my score.
Okay, and what was the time duration for each section?
Okay, so for GK, I told you already, I spent 8 minutes. For
Mhm.
English, I spent approximately 30 minutes, I think, 28 to 30 minutes.
Mhm.
Then next, in total, in maths, I spent like 15 minutes, I think 15 to 18 minutes.
Okay.
Then in reasoning, and so that leaves us with how much time? So if I spent, yeah, so like for GK, legal and reasoning, it was like 30, like 1 hour was left broadly, right? So that was divided between legal and reasoning,
Mhm.
30
Mhm.
minutes each types.
Okay. See, you joined CL Classroom in class 11th, right? So how serious you were in class 11th and, suddenly it spurted in class 12th. So what was it like, your
I think uh, I was always serious in the sense that I always knew I wanted to do law, and
Mhm.
I had a lot of people who were scoring much more than me in 11th,
Mhm.
and they still weren't sure whether they'll get in. But I always had this belief in myself that I want to do law and I'll crack it. Even though people, I remember in my first mock that I gave in CL, I scored around out of 141, I think then it was 200, right? I scored
200.
around something 50, 60. And people had scored 90, 80, 100, and a lot of people had scored more than me. But when I talked to them, they didn't have that belief that, we'll clear it eventually. And I always had that belief. So I knew that in 12th, I'll have to pull up my socks and do it. But I thought I would manage to do it.
Okay. So tell me about the mocks. How many mocks you took? What
Yeah.
was the discipline
I
you
think
followed?
mocks, if anybody asks me what is the one thing that I can do for preparation, is just give mocks.
Okay.
Like there is no other substitute. I gave approximately, including CLAT and ALIT,
Mhm.
I gave approximately 35, 40 marks. Like
Okay.
that was my range, and all from CL, right? And I also gave the LSAT, but I didn't take any marks for the LSAT. LSAT also, my score was decent. I think I scored 96 percentile. But yeah, 40 marks I gave, and in the last 10 days, I gave 5 marks. So on every alternate day, I gave a mock from 2 to 4, wearing a mask in my house, going in different rooms, and like once without a fan and stuff like that. So on the day of the exam, I was mentally prepared that 2 to 4, you have the paper in front of you. That's your only concern, and you do that.
Okay. So what was your study group timing? Like how frequently you met?
So our study group was just on our Telegram group, right? And we every day, daily, from in the evening, we would do like approximately 1.5 hour to 2 hours. We'll exchange our notes and talk about our other doubts and stuff. So yeah, every day, daily, and that daily thing started in early December. So
Okay.
from December to July, up till July 20th, we did it daily. So like there were hardly any days that we missed. And sometimes we did miss. Like I think Manhar mentioned, me and Manhar went for a debating competitions at the start of July, right?
Okay.
So for that time, I think one day we missed because we were so tired debating the whole day.
Okay.
So there were like rare days that we missed it, but we would like do extra the next day to catch up and stuff.
Okay. So in a normal day, how many hours, like, you would dedicate for CLAT preparation? In class 11 and in class 12 separately?
Class 11th, I don't think I dedicated any hours
I
for
know.
CLAT preparation. I just came to the class and did it, and I didn't come home and do anything else.
Mhm.
But for class 12, see, I think I had the one thing that we were lucky about is that our boards got cancelled at some point.
Mhm.
So then the whole pressure was lifted that my only goal is CLAT now. But even before that, I knew my aim was CLAT, and I
Mhm.
really didn't care a lot about my boards. So what I think is most necessary is that for boards, to study in school and like keep up with the schedule then. So by December, you'll be over with boards, right? You give your first pre-board, and if you do it well, you should be done with your boards
Mhm.
broadly. But like if you talk about hours, I think I really don't like talking about hours because I think it puts like a deterrent. People are like, "Yeah, I have to put in 5 hours." It was just I enjoyed doing it, but I think 5 to 7 hours would be a decent. Yeah, that's how much I gave, not more than that.
Okay. Seven to, okay, fine. A productivity is all that matters. That's what you're saying. That's more about
Yeah.
the. Okay. So class 11th, it was all offline, right? And suddenly in class 12th, it became online. So was online studying sitting in front of the screen the whole time and all? Did it create any problems?
I think I actually had the one of the hardest times of my life when the first lockdown hit, and it continued like this, especially in July, September, November, December. It
Hmm.
was really hard, and I'm a very social person, and I like talking to people. I would be the joker of the class. I like talking, interacting with the teacher, pulling their leg, and stuff like that. And like online was really tough. So I think in December I realized I wasn't being as productive as I wanted it to be, and online it's really tough because there is no in like that engagement can't be the same as an offline class, right?
Hmm.
So I decided that I need to start going out. So I
Hmm.
started going out with my parents for walks in biodiversity and like start talking to my friends again and start going to restaurants and enjoy my life. So I think it's really important that I think Niyati ma'am used to say it's really important that you take 30 minutes walks every day. And I
Hmm.
think that's really true because if you are people think, see, it seems obvious that if you study, keep studying. If I study for 30 more minutes today, I'll do better in CLAT. But what they fail to realize is that if they don't take a break, they'll at one point their body will give up and tell them ki, buddy, listen, you can't do it anymore, stop, you need a rest. And that rest is, I think, as important as the preparation there.
Okay, great. So break also along with it. So it's like somehow you manage. Now, what do you advise to our future, some 2, 3 points, like, those who are taking for CLAT 2022, 2023 and all. So what will be the advice you will give them in bullet points with your experience?
uh, I think first of all they need to be true to themselves, and
Mhm.
by that I mean, do they really want to do CLAT, right? And if they really want to do CLAT, which me, Manhar, Rushil really wanted to do CLAT, so we knew if I really want this,
Mhm.
then I have to do whatever it takes, right? I need to put in the hard work. So first you need to realize that, see, when we say that there are only 70 seats in there are only 1400 seats out of 70,000 people who give the exam, it sounds daunting. Oh my god, the
Mhm.
probability is so low. But what we need to realize is that we have, like, those numbers sound really scary, but if you work hard you will get it, right? So you need to realize that and not take too much stress at the start. Secondly, I would say, and this sounds like a weird advice, but like, find a group of people you can study with. And
Okay.
I think that especially worked for me, Rushil and Manar. We wouldn't have scored, and it's amazing. Like, four of my friends are in the top 100, right? And we studied together,
Okay.
and it's all of us pulled each other up to a level that we were competing with the best of the best at that point. So like, find a friend that are as dedicated as you are and as hardworking as you are. And just finally, on the exam day itself, and I think a lot of people who I knew mess up on the exam day. They have great preparation, great mocks. They have even 40 plus mocks, great preparation, great hard work. They have done a lot, but they falter on the exam day because they're too nervous. They're too clamped up.
Mhm.
So even I had that on 16th of July. I was feeling so clamped up. I just left all my studies and I went to have lunch with my friend. So think on the exam day, you're the smartest person on the world. When you're entering, think nobody knows anything. You are the one who knows everything. You'll give it, you'll crack it, and for sure you'll crack it. Because if you don't think you'll crack it, you won't perform to your best. So that is really important. Yeah,
Okay. So
that's all.
how about the fluctuating mock scores? Like, there are days where you get really good score, and then there are days where you're like,
In
absolutely
fact,
excellent. So
I
what?
mentioned, right?
How,
I gave 5 mocks in my last 10 days.
Mhm.
Three of those mocks were bad. Like, three of those mocks, I didn't perform as well as should have. But I always take it. I always had this attitude: if it's bad, it's even better, in the sense that, oh, I learned something today. This is wrong. This is right. Right. So I think bad score, you should address them, address the problem. Analyzing, like, I think I failed to mention this before, analyzing is as important as giving a mock. If you give a mock for 2 hours, I would spend at least 2 and a half hours analyzing where I went wrong. Or, this is a maths concept I don't know, I'll write this formula down so next time I don't mess it up. And this is how I learned this English thing. And I would start seeing patterns then, like, so give mocks, analyze them, and if it's going bad, then it will go bad. Like, even I had bad mocks, even Manar had bad mocks, and who got AR1, Shruti had bad mocks, Rushil had bad mocks. But what we always had that confidence ki, if we have a bad mock today, the next mock we give will be good. And even if that's bad, I'll give again and again and again. You just have to keep going at it.
Okay. Now, how do you manage all the sections? If I remember in the first class, you had little issues with the math section. So how did you come over it? Like, unlike your GK was really, you
So
loved reading, you loved it. So compared to the other
for
sections.
maths, what I did was, I knew it. I so maths was I was always good in maths. My problem with maths was I didn't remember the formulas, and I was very impatient. I would
Mm-hmm.
do it quickly, and then I would make some mistakes in the process. So
Mm-hmm.
my first thing was I started doing the maths workbook. Right, I did. I think out of the 10 chapters or 15 chapters I there, I covered eight. I finished all of those questions, and
Okay.
whichever I had doubt with, I would mark it and ask Shruti or Manhar. Right, what am I missing here? So
Mm-hmm.
that way, I gained all the knowledge that I needed to have for CLAT paper. CLAT paper, you only need 10th maths, right? You don't need to know derivatives, integratives. You don't need that. So that's how I did. And then my second goal was, like when I'm doing maths, I need to stay calm. So just before 5, 6 days before the exams, my math score, I think in one mock I scored 3 out of 15. So the next day I gave like 4 sets of just maths. I just gave sectional tests of maths that day, and that like helped me improve my score. So yeah.
Okay, so that's great. Anything else? I think I'm done. So thanks once again, Arif, for AIR 79. One last question. How about ALET? How are you planning? What's your thoughts on
I
ALET?
think yeah, ALET is also as important as CLAT, and a lot of people are even more scared of it because they think there's so many less seats, so many aspirants. But just on the day, I have to go and give my best, and if it goes my way, it goes my way. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So yeah, just have to give it, with a confidence, and I've prepared well. Like I've done ALET, like specifically GK as well separately. So hopefully, I'll score well in ALET as well.
Okay, then. All the very best, Arif. That was nice talking to you. I'm sure a lot of students would be inspired. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for that time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.